The purpose of this quick video is to share with you how to access your Collaborate session. Let's go ahead and get started. If you created a Collaborate button in your course menu, you can click there. But if you didn't, you can click your Tools button. And then you can select Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. You can see in my Blackboard Collaborate that I have a couple of sessions created. One is supposed to start at 7 a.m. So let's go ahead and head into that session. This way I can share with you how to access your sessions. You see, this session here says that it's in progress. How do I enter the class? I've sent the students a guest link, and they may all be waiting for me, but how do I enter? If you click the ellipsis on the right, you can select to join your session. If your session has not yet started, you won't have the option to join your session. Once my session starts, the first thing I want to share with you is if you have selected to be able to have a recorded session, that you'll want to hit record. The first thing you'll need to do once this opens is to go up to the menu on the top left and choose the record option. You must turn on and off your record settings. It's taking this one a minute to open, and it's probably because I'm using the recording software. Notice on your screen you have a session menu in the top left. In the bottom right, you have a Collaborate panel. These two areas are the main areas that you'll use when you're in Collaborate. First, let's go to our session menu because I want to share with you the recording option. I'm going to say I'd like to start recording the session, and when I do, it lets me know that it's being recorded and gives an icon in the top left. You may need to make yourself a post-it note to remind yourself to stop the recording at the end. In order for me to communicate with my students, I need to release my audio and share it. When I select to share my audio, it will let me know if it's working or not. Also, I might decide that I'm going to share my video, and I would actually recommend that you do that. Students like to see that there's a human there. It's so much nicer than just having a voice. While this is pulling up, I'm going to say, oh, it's not going to allow me to share my video because I'm in a recorded session for the Collaborate. I'm using a recording software so that I can get this video to you. So I can't do a screen recorder and a Collaborate video. So for me, because I'm recording this for you, I can't share my video. That's okay. I want to make sure to show you this button. This is where the students can go to raise their hand. But you also want to make sure that you have addressed the students with what their options are. Some students are not aware that they have any options. So when you send your students the Collaborate guest link or allow them into the class, make sure that you let them know what you expect of them. Are you going to expect the students to be able to chat with you? You know, in the student environment, they have to make 2 clicks in this area in order to get the bubble to appear just so that they can say something in the chat. So that might be something that you address. When you send your students the link, you might want to tell them, this is the link to your Collaborate session for today. I will expect you to be able to chat with me. Make sure that you click in the menu button on the bottom right and select the bubble so we can chat. Also, this will tell you how many people are attending the session. Right now, it's just me. This button here is going to allow you to share content. I'd like to give you a couple of tips. You can share a whiteboard. Unless you have some kind of a tablet, it can be very difficult to write on, but it's an option. You can share your application or a screen, and this is the most common sharing thing that I'd like to recommend for you. You can also share files, which I don't actually recommend because if you share files, sometimes the students, especially if they're on mobile, can't access them. I would recommend you share your files through Blackboard and then share an application. What that means, if you'd like to share a file with the students, open the file and minimize it before the session starts. Then decide that you're going to share your screen. When you share your screen, then you can show them the file by maximizing it back on your screen. You can also do polling. Polling allows the students to answer yes or no to some of your questions. This way you can make sure that the students are participating. There's also a timer, which is new, so you can time items out. And there are some breakout groups. You may decide that you're not going to get that in depth. You might choose that all you're going to use is just simply the chat, view the attendees, and possibly come and share your screen so that the students can see what you're trying to share with them. You and the students both will also have a settings button, and that's where you can go and adjust your video and audio settings if you're having some technical difficulties. Well, I'm done sharing the Collaborate panel, and I've shared with you the buttons on the bottom. And we've also identified the session menu. I'm going to stop recording. And this is just the basics. The recording that you have created does not go immediately to the Blackboard site. Sometimes it takes up to 24 hours to release the recording. So when you're in your Blackboard site and you come into the menu and you say, I'd like to see my recordings because I just created one, it may not show one. No recordings, but I know I just recorded. I come over here and I say I want my recent recordings, but there's none recorded. That doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Recordings do not appear instantly. Good luck to you.